But we start with Lancia. I've said many times that over the last 100 years, no one has made more truly exciting cars. There was the Integrale and the Stratos and the Fulvia and the O37. The list goes on, and yet all they make today is a steaming pile of ordure called the Ypsilon. Look at it. I would rather have a maggot-infested wound than drive one of those. Hurry up and hit your ball. What about the Vauxhall Vectra?
No.
I would rather have double pneumonia than a Vectra. Has anybody out there got any ideas what could be our car of the year?
Oliver.
What?
Who said Oliver?
How can the Oliver?
Yeah!
I would rather eat my gentleman vegetables.
We've had a Fiat 500 down
Fiat
here.
500, James?
I like it.
No.
James doesn't like it. Anyone else?
Oh, for crying out loud!
The Suzuki Swift. It is actually a very good car, that.
This Perodua Mivi suffers from the same problem. It costs £7,600, so it is cheap. But is it cheerful? No.
Brakes are rubbish. Rides rubbish. Seats are rubbish. That's rubbish. Honestly, I would rather be inside Paul Scholes. This is a car you drive with a long face. No, hang on a minute. I can imagine what Mercedes was using for inspiration. Look, a pile of stones. This is almost identical to the SL Black. Let's just try it out. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Yeah, I would rather go to work on a Cairn than in an SL Black.
A Cairn would be faster too.
Listen, the fact of the matter is, Mercedes has shown us with the new S-Class, OK? They've shown us what is technically possible, but I would rather have this.
The one you've ruined.
Look, the problem is taste, OK? If you made a car to look like the inside of your house, it would have a horse in it.
Whatever.
And your house is just full of pictures of the Queen.
Now, look, listen, we must move on because time is pressing. And that's the thing about this car, because it's just not quite as fast as it looks and sounds like it's going to be.
No, it's the same story with the hardtop. You put your foot down, you think, I'm going a million, and you look at the speedo and you're doing 43.
But ultimately, be honest, do you really care about the speed? Because you're in a convertible Aston Martin and there's no better place to be. You're there thinking, what am I doing? Where am I in the post office queuing? No, I'm in a convertible Aston and it's brilliant.
Sunshine. I would rather be in this than in Keira Knightley.
I wouldn't.
And now the news. And this just in from Keira Knightley. She says she's disappointed, but she understands.
No. I'd had the lesson, read the book, seen the video, all of that. I knew how to start it, but it broke down. You see, all of that is why I would rather have the Weissman. I would.
£21,000 more?
Yes, I know, it's a lot more money, but still, I would rather have that.
And you know what? I'm with you. Yes. So would I. So would I. I think what they tried to do is make the front look like a 911, which it doesn't. And then from here back, it looks like they haven't bothered. Honestly, I have seen more attractive gangrenous wounds than this. It is a monkfish among cars. It has the sex appeal of a camel with gingivitis. And frankly, I would rather walk back to the studio than drive another yard in it. So I shall. That way.
I'm sure you'd be very interested in the shirt Mercedes are encouraging their customers to buy this year. And I've got one for you here. Here is the Mercedes shirt. It's a vest with trucker written on it.
It's not a Mercedes.
It's a vest.
That is...
It's a vest with trucker written on it.
It's not Mercedes, though.
It is, mate. Look, it says Mercedes
It is.
on it. Yes, that is
It's
Mercedes.
the Bruce Willis look. Yippee-ki-yay, mother trucker. That's what they're on.
Ramsey Nesbitt. Beer and egg yolk stains are extra.
I would rather have that than a Porsche car.
Really?
I would. Now.
I would rather have the Nissan and work on the bins every day of my life. I would.
You'd be putting it in the bin.
It would be.
This hasn't happened before. We've
No.
always reached a verdict. At least two of us have agreed. And I don't know about you, I am not moving.
Jeremy, I'm wondering if you are the same Jeremy Clarkson who said, I'd rather go to work on my hands and knees than drive there in a Ford Galaxy.
No, I was young and foolish when I wrote that.
Whoever designed the Ford Galaxy upholstery had a cauliflower fixation.
Yeah, again, I've grown up a lot. I can now see the Galaxy as a
I would rather have a vasectomy than buy a Ford Galaxy.
I repudiate, reject absolutely any suggestion that I'm going to compromise my professionalism and suck up to Ford just so that I can get one of those. Okay, got that clear?
I walked home from school. That wasn't because I wanted the exercise. That's because I would rather walk or hop or crawl 30 miles than be seen getting into that. It's cars like this. It's secrets, dark secrets like this, lurking in people's pasts that create serial killers and psychopaths. It's a bloody miracle I'm not one. It's not being short that makes me an angry man or being born in Birmingham. It's this, it's you.
While I was doing it, I noticed that one of the acts in particular was absolute rubbish, OK? They were appalling. And I was thinking when they were banging the garden furniture together, I would rather listen to an exhaust pipe, OK, than this. And that gave me an idea, OK? Can you use a car engine as a musical instrument, OK? Could you, for instance, re-record the theme music for Top Gear using nothing but engines?
Well, you couldn't, obviously, because you have no musical talent whatsoever.
I don't, but he does. He has, old Captain Slow there, has a degree in music.
Actually, it's absolutely true.
It's fine here on the track, but on the road it's so hard and harsh. It's also very noisy. And it's not a nice noise either. Rather listen to my own firing squad. There's an even bigger problem I've thought of, which is, I think everybody knows, James, you do have a light aircraft, and before you take off, you have to do pre-flight checks.
Well, a few, yeah.
What are they?
Hey?
Well, you have to check the fuel that it
Why?
hasn't got any
Why do you
moisture
check the
in
fuel?
it. Hasn't got water in it.
How would Walter get in
Oh,
the
we
fuel?
haven't got time for this.
I'm very interested.
No, we haven't got time
It's
for
only
this.
bike racing.
Yes.
James, tell me more about your pre-flight check.
No, just...
Actually, you know what? Even I would rather watch bike racing than listen to James talk about his pre-flight
exactly.
checks.
So get on.
So I will move it on.
There you go. Proof that you can build an entire car in 8 hours.
Absolutely, and it is actually a great thing to do. It's not like mending an old car where it's all dirty, everything is clean and new and it all goes together perfectly. It's a great experience. It's wonderful.
James, I would rather staple my ears to a horse. Honestly, I mean, apart from the fact that you chafe your knuckles every 15 minutes, there's the expense. OK, it's £2,500 less to buy the car in bits, but then you've got to buy the tools, then you've got the divorce settlement, end up taking your kids to McDonald's every Saturday, and what do you end up with? I mean, would anybody here drive a car that I'd built? Oh, no, exactly. I mean, let's take this one as an example. This is the one we made, all right? They've put a little plaque on it, I see, down here, down at Caterham. Yeah, OK, and this car built by Top Gear, which has rendered it worthless. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.